Hi and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show with my man White Yardie back in the building.
Yes, sir.
And of course, Ty as well, always in the building. We're always trying to get rid of him, but he is here. Brought to you today.
That's nice, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it?
Brought to you today by Boohoo Man. It's Cyber Monday today. Cyber Monday. Of course, it was Black Friday last week, but Cyber Monday. They are giving you 48% off most of their goods today. You know what I mean? Lots and lots of their things are 48% off. Plus, if you use the code AFTV10, you get an extra 10% off. That means you could get 58% off clothing today on Boohoo Man. All you've got to do is click the link in the description, use the code AFTV10 for that extra 10% off, and lots of their offers, 48% plus an extra 10. You can't go wrong. So make sure you do it today, Cyber Monday. It's also a great Monday because it's a great weekend, because Arsenal finished the weekend top of the league. Absolutely fantastic, and we're going to touch on that game. Also going to touch on some of the other games that took place over the weekend. First of all, Yardie, back in the place, man. Good to see you, man. Where were you this time?
Carl Shotton, probably. It was Miami.
Carl Shotton? That's joking.
Miami, Belize, and Mexico. So, yeah.
No way.
Mexico,
that's right. We were all over the place, man. I actually, when you was in Miami, I knew you was there the same day, but I thought you were leaving. And I was trying to hook up with you and say, yo, go on, Robbie, where you there? Heard Robbie was in a special VIP section. I wasn't allowed to be there. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, you was up on some special cruise. I mean, man was showing me his room earlier, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You know, as an entertainer, you have to get looked after. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up to the cruise. I'll be back soon. Don't worry, back soon.
It looked really nice, man. It looked really nice.
You should come on. Would you come on a cruise?
Huh?
Would you come on a cruise?
It depends what cruise it is.
A ship.
Cruise.
What do you mean depends on what kind of cruise?
I was gonna say some kind of joke, but
you come like a joke. The man come like a mailbox.
That's America. You mean post office box?
I've been
that's right.
I've been in America.
And you know what I've got in it?
No.
New mopeds P45. That's what I've got.
You know him look like? See, when you said earlier, you're trying to get rid of him. He's here. Him try blending with the furniture, so you can't get rid of him. Just see a head afloat.
Get me.
I actually like that one. Cecil had on that one as well. He did the preview at Brentford. But of course, it was Brentford where we played. Brentford where we played, of course.
Yep.
On Saturday, freezing cold, man. I'll tell you. You lucky you didn't come, Yardie, man. I'll tell you.
I saw you guys.
Coming off the plane from Miami, mate, into that cold. Oh, it was freezing, man. But it all worked out well in the end. It was a really, really tough game. Aaron Ramsey in the game, man. He had a bit of a mare. Yeah. I mean, there was that one in the first half where, you know, he sort of fumbled around with the ball and, you know, had it not been for Declan Rice, we would have been 1-0 down. Did you see
when he threw the ball and he literally just like he was doing a cricket ball? That was like a bowling.
He was a bag of nerves, wasn't he? Yeah. But to his credit, in the second half, he was much better. And a funny thing, I said it when I was doing my interviews after the game. I said the really strange thing about it is that the first half, he had the Arsenal fans behind him, who were all encouraging him, by the way, all singing his name, even when he made that error. What I thought was fantastic was all the Arsenal fans were singing Aaron Ramsdale, I mean, to encourage him. But he's obviously mad nervous not to make a mistake. But then in the second half now, when he was down with all the Brentford fans behind him, we were giving him some serious stick, man. It's almost like he thrived on that. He loves that, isn't he? So he thrived on that, and he was excellent in the second half. You know what I mean? But it was Kai Havertz to the rescue. Who would have thought that? The much maligned Havertz comes in with a big goal, and that sent Arsenal top of the league for the first time this season. I mean, it was a massive win, especially after Man City and Liverpool had a stalemate earlier on in the game. What did you think of it?
It was good. No, definitely. You're right. Aaron Ramsdale, I mean, he came back into he had to play because obviously Raya cannot play. And obviously he's going to be nervous, you know what I mean? He don't want to do anything wrong because he knows if he does one thing wrong and it jeopardizes the game, everybody's just going to come for him on social media. And that's the day and age that these footballers are living in now. Social media world, you know, people just feel the freedom to attack all these players. But he did well overall, you know what I mean? Them two little things there. Other than that, he did fine, man. He kept a clean sheet, and that's the main thing. Kept a clean sheet. The game overall, it was frustrating to watch because you're like, yo.
It wasn't the most exciting
It
game,
wasn't. It wasn't. And even the goal that got disallowed, it was one of them ones that like, could have been given, couldn't. All right, I see. When I saw it, I was like, okay, I feel like it's offside. I can see it just a little bit forward. But Kai Havertz, funny enough, sometimes, you know, when you wish you recorded something just to have as evidence to show because people won't believe you when you say it. I was with my friends. My friends are Chelsea fan. There was a couple Liverpool fans there as well, and Man United fans. We were watching the game. And I said, Kai Havertz is going to come on and score the winner. And he's like, who? Kai Havertz? Because he's a Chelsea fan. I worst footballer that in the league. I said, no, you have 24 of them. So you cannot. He must be 25th if you have 24. And then so happened, he came on. When the goal went in, and he's like, who scored? I was like, Kai. And he's like, wow.
Kai.
Can't believe it. The worst player scored. I said, stop saying he's the worst player. He's good. And he scored. And when he scored, I was so happy because he got the winner. That's what makes it even more.
Big goal, man.
Because
big
it's like,
goal.
as much as
the winning goal that made us go top of the league.
Exactly. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
In a game that was, let's be real,
we weren't creating. You see what Eddie did?
It was starting to look like it was going to end up in a draw.
Did you see what Eddie did?
Oh.
Did you see what Eddie did?
We're right behind the goal when he did
you see what Eddie did? Eddie had the ball.
How many
you
times?
had Odegaard running. You had Saka there. All you had to simply do is play it in. Let them miss because then
they're wide open.
No, but let them miss it. You taking it from somewhere where, come on, man. He did that in the Chelsea game as well.
Not going to score from there.
He did it in the Chelsea game as well. And I'm like, Eddie, stop, man. Like, you cannot be playing for yourself. Like, don't get me wrong. We like you. We like when you get goals. But something like that, in a game like how the game was going, we need a goal. Don't play for yourself, and I think that's what he was doing. He was playing for himself in that situation.
I lost a little heart. When he did that, I was thinking, you know what, this could end up being a draw and a damaging draw because we've got an opportunity here to get all 3 points and go top of the league. But Kai Havertz, like you said, his goal was absolutely massive. And when he scored the goal, Ty, you was there with me as well. Right, when he scored the goal, the way the fans were singing his name, they're singing the Kai Havertz song, which has become a cult classic at Arsenal. I mean, it was a huge moment for Kai Havertz's career at Arsenal, wasn't it?
It was. But, you know, if I can just start by saying this.
What's this now?
It's about White Ribbon Day.
White
Ribbon Day. So that people don't misunderstand. It's White Ribbon Day. And that was on White Ribbon Day. White Ribbon.
You said it on Saturday, right? You said it on Saturday. I thought you said White Women Day.
That's what I'm thinking, man. Say again.
So what about black women? What about Asian women?
Like, what about every woman? No. It's white. It's white. It was White Ribbon Day on Saturday.
Right.
So basically, what White Ribbon Day is, it kicks off the 2023 campaign to end boys and men's
violence against girls and women.
Not all men are part of the problem. Thank you. I can read. Thank you.
Come here. You're school. Come here.
I can read. Thank you. Not all. Thank you.
Who write that?
No. Basically,
who wrote that?
I wrote it.
You don't remember you're right?
No. Because what it is, I saw it on the channel, which I won't name.
Could you hurry up and do it?
Yeah, he's interrupting me.
First of all, you never asked about this announcement you wanted to make.
No, I said if I could.
But because it's for a good cause, I'll allow you to do it. But
thank you. Thank you.
Do you remember where you are?
See, I remember where I am.
Not all.
So, yeah, I know where I am. Thank you.
All right, come on.
Not all men are part of the problem, but all men can make a difference. Say no to violence against women. Never use excuse or remain silent about men's violence against women. And that's also...
There was more there, never really.
No, that's about Welsh players doing their thing. But what that also is, it's about behaviours as well. Disrespectful, patronising, horrible names to put women down as well. So it's just not... it's not just violence, it's behaviour as well, and speak. So yeah, thank you. And also the second one is hearts and thoughts and prayers goes out to the family of Terry Venables.
That was a real shock, man, when I saw that yesterday. It was a shock. Venables, of course, Tottenham manager, but
Yes.
also England manager.
Yes,
Manager of Barcelona, won the title with Barcelona.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
A really,
yeah.
really great manager. A real shame. I was shocked when I heard that news.
Yeah,
So I didn't even,
absolutely.
I didn't even realise he wasn't well. Obviously, we haven't sort of seen him around
Yeah.
for ages, but
Yeah.
that was a real shock. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Rest in peace to Terry Venables.
Absolutely.
But the game itself,
The game itself, yeah.
mad celebration.
Mad
limbs
celebration. So-
when that goal went in because it was huge.
Well, so happy for Kai. It's very, very funny because when Leandro's goal was disallowed, it's interesting. They never got that wrong, did they? But they got Ivan Toney's goal wrong last season, but they never got Leandro's goal wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't offside, but it's interesting. They didn't muck up with Leandro's goal. I'm not saying you're right, it was offside.
What are you worrying about that
No,
for, man?
because it's
We've got
interesting. They get it right then. They get it right to disallow it. And I'm not saying it's the right decision, but yet last season they couldn't get that right. And the funniest thing is, because I saw it on the highlights, and I'm never going to say something about highlights, but you made a good point off there. The fan now, he must feel like Neil Maupay, because he went like that, thinking that, mocking Leandro, and after the final whistle, I know Leandro must have been laughing. In fact,
mind you, that was funny. That was funny. In that fact, because Trossard scored and he done his celebration that.
Yeah.
And obviously, when the VAR disallowed it, that fan, he's going, like that. That was funny.
Come on, you got. I didn't Kai went like that.
yeah. Go. What do you say, Robbie?
You got to sometimes. I love the banter, man. You know what I mean? That's what makes football so great, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna now go tear into that. Fan, you know what I mean?
Go back to Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale gives it to them,
Yeah,
Ramsdale gives it to them.
No, not yet. But Robbie, no, I'm not going to tear into that. What I'm saying is, it's like I said before, don't speak too soon. Because to be fair, if you are leaving it up, we were singing we're top of the league when we thought Leandro had scored. And that's too early for even off.
I weren't.
No,
I
I weren't as well.
That's one thing I don't do, You see them songs?
Yeah.
We are top of it. I'll wait till the game finished.
Yeah.
Then I'll join in that.
And that's what I'm saying.
Whilst the game's on, I'm not joining in that on that
Brentford
chart.
are a decent team.
It was a tough game. As a matter of
game.
fact, you know what? I don't know if you guys noticed, apart from a couple of games this weekend, a lot of games were a bit, and I think that's because of the international break.
Absolutely.
So you had some, even that Liverpool Man City game, it wasn't really a great game, was it? It was, a lot of players. You look at somebody like Alisson, who was really poor in that game.
He was very shaky.
He might be injured for 5 weeks. He'll be out of the Arsenal game as well.
Yeah, he could be out. But somebody like him who's normally so good, was really poor in that game. Now, was that because of all the travelling? I think so. I think that's why Jesus came off, right? Because I'm think
surprised
about
he started.
You think I was surprised he started.
But
you think about it.
M2 started.
Martinelli weren't as normal. He weren't bad, but he weren't his normal.
Yeah.
And I feel that especially them Brazilian players, they had that really tough game against Argentina, which they lost. They would have got very heavily criticised in Brazil.
And there was a lot of violence.
The travel play a part.
There was trouble there.
And then
the weather
as well play a part as well.
Yeah, because them Brazilian players didn't get back until Thursday.
Yeah.
So they would have just had a bit of a training and then they're straight in. So I don't know, we looked a little bit, we weren't fluent, we weren't, But
that's great
But the thing is, when you're not playing well and you're not playing to your best, I wouldn't say we were poor, but you're not playing to your best, just get the win. And Brentford, I think, I think I saw a stat where they played they were undefeated in 14.
That's their first defeat.
14 London derbies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The last time they lost a London derby was actually last year when they lost to us 3-0.
Quiz. Can anybody remember the goal scorers?
Did I ask about any quiz? Saliba.
You can't. Yeah. He's one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He's
Saliba.
Come on, Yardy, join in.
Okay,
Vieira scored. Didn't Vieira score?
It's two. Well done.
There you go. What did I win?
Hold on, there was one more.
Would I win?
There was one more player.
There's one more player. Vieira scored. Saliba scored.
Well done, Robbie. Come on, Yardy. You don't remember?
It was Jesus.
It's correct.
Yeah.
We got there in the end. That's right.
Yeah.
Right, but it was
very good. Well done.
And great win for Arsenal.
Yeah.
And despite a lot of people saying, Arsenal haven't been the same this season, not really been playing as well.
That's just it,
we're
Robbie.
top of the league and we're top of our Champions League group.
But
that's
Robbie,
not too bad for a team that ain't been performing great.
That's just it. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Last season, they haven't got enough clean sheets. You never win the league. Now we get clean sheets. Oh no, we're not offensive.
I think our last 3 games away from home, we've been clean sheets, 1-0.
And we are top.
Apart from, tell a lie, no, we lost to Newcastle. Yeah. But I think we've got 3 I think we've had 3 or 4 1-0s this season.
But you know,
away from home.
You know it is, Robbie. It goes like, look.
That shows that we're defending well.
We as fans, we want to see the exciting football that we saw last season. We do want to see.
But we're not going to do that
because it will happen. There are going to be games where we will see it. We have seen it 1 and 2 games this season where we have seen the style of how we know we could play.
Yeah.
But put it this way, we're getting results.
Exactly.
And I think some fans are going overboard. We got the best defensive record in the league.
Exactly. But do you think, Yardi?
And we've played Man City, we've played Man United, we've played Chelsea, we've played Tottenham, we've played Newcastle, and we have the best defensive record in the league. We only conceded 10 goals.
Exactly.
I was going to say to you, do you think that Mikel Arteta, who by the way, it was his 200th game, and he's had more wins in that 200 than any other Arsenal manager,
including Arsene and George,
including Arsene and George,
which is mad.
But do you think, Yardi, that maybe Arteta looked on it and said, right, we had all this free-flowing football in that last season, but at the end of the day, we didn't win the league.
Yes.
Right. So I need to be a little bit more pragmatic. I need to be better in defence.
Yeah.
And then when you bring in players like Declan Rice, right, and when you can see he's brought in more solidity in that back line. Like sometimes, even away from home, a lot of times he'll play Tomiyasu, not Zinchenko. I thought Zinchenko had a good game on Saturday, by the way. Yeah. But he'll play like Tomiyasu, Ben White, and then Saliba Gabriel with Rice in front of them. Yeah. And it could have been Partey and Rice now that's a very solid,
of course it is,
looking back line, you know what I mean? So maybe he's just looking at it and saying, right, you know what? We didn't win the last season.
And we should have.
I want some heads in there that's going to calm things, especially away from home.
Yes.
Because away from home, because I think even another stat I saw is that we haven't scored in the first 15 minutes of any game this season.
Really?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And last season we were scoring some.
We were starting fast, innit? But we haven't. So, but it's different. It's a little bit of a different style, but it's working.
But we're scoring goals. I think we scored 27 goals already. So it's not.
But away from home, we're not scoring a lot of goals.
I get that, but we're winning. That's the main point. Is the results at the end of the day. Like for me, we've seen Arsenal play pretty football for years and years and years and years and years. And many years when we play great and expect to win, we don't win nothing. As long as we're getting the results, that's cool with me. 3 points on the table. And you spoke about Rice. And we really have to say, credit, man, because Declan Rice, with the price tag that he came in with.
Price tag, Jesse J, very good. And also, Robbie, sorry to interrupt. And Robbie even started with Jay Huss. Did you see? You are very good, you know.
Considering the other 100 million midfielders that were purchased in this Premier League, Declan Rice is worth every penny.
Absolutely, he's been unbelievable.
He's not had a poor game from he signed.
I like what Turkish said on Saturday. He goes, Declan Rice nowadays he gets a 7 out of 10 before he's even stepped on.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's that guy. The goal line clearance when Ramsey made that.
Fantastic.
He made sure he could have stood and watched. He could have went for the ball. He said, no, let me get to the line. And clear, in case of a shot.
Clever.
Like, trust me, man. Like,
really well.
Like, Casado and Enzo has nothing on this guy, man. Like nothing.
He's been excellent so far.
Nothing.
Of course, the reason why we went top is that the game earlier on, before that, Man City and Liverpool ended in a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys, what did you think of the incident in that game, right? Where?
It was a foul.
I think City, right, got a bit robbed. Right, it weren't a foul. Right?
No, it was a foul.
On Alisson. Now, if that's a foul, right? If that is a foul. You compare that to the 2 hands that Gabriel had in his back.
Hey, man.
Right? It's scandalous, isn't it? This is where fans get annoyed.
Scandalous mystique. Well done.
Right? But this is where fans get annoyed, isn't it? Because you just think to yourself, there's no consistency.
As soon as it happened, I tweeted. I said, or whatever they call it, X now. I said,
X, that's what X.
What do you do? Do you exit?
Exit.
If you don't tweet no more, what do you do? X? I said.
That's brilliant.
Let's get ready for inconsistency now. And so because you just know they were going to disallow it. You just knew they were going to disallow it. They were going to find a way to disallow it. And it took them 15 seconds to decide that was a foul. Absolutely. 15 seconds. And he barely but had his hand on him. He jumped.
It wasn't a foul.
But Joe Linton with 2 hands in a Gabriel head back, pushing him away, you took 4 hours for this side.
I'm sorry, Robbie, but how long did it take then at Newcastle? I'm sure it's about the whole of 90 minutes it took.
Well, they were looking at about 4 different
still checking
decisions.
now.
and then
Yo.
you know, it was a good weekend. I mean, Chelsea.
That was a great weekend for us.
I think Chelsea fans were getting
Chelsea are
really,
back.
that.
you know, we're getting carried away after their draw. They didn't beat Man City. They drew 4-4.
But they came back 3
Great
times.
result. Came back brilliant.
Yeah.
But then they go away to Newcastle and got
But they whacked up Tottenham, to be fair.
absolutely battered.
But they battered
4-1.
Tottenham, didn't they?
Yeah, but they got battered
I
4-1.
can't
There was
believe-
some
I'm
Chelsea
shocked.
fans giving me a bit of stick after our defeat at Newcastle. I said to them,
I'm
that's
sorry.
not an easy place to go to. And we, you know, let's be real. It was a
got
very
robbed.
controversial thing.
Exactly.
They got absolutely taken apart.
Yeah, I know.
Then, of course, there was big Ange Postecoglou's Tottenham,
Yes.
right? Yesterday's game. I don't know if you saw that game. I watched the game, yeah?
No, I didn't watch it, no.
Right?
Yeah.
I did as well. I did.
Tottenham at the start, what Roy Keane said in the studio when he said they're Spursy, he goes, it's completely accurate. They started that game well.
Yeah.
Okay.
They could have been
They
4
could have
goals
been
up.
3-4
Yeah.
up. Missed chance after chance after chance.
Yeah, hit post, hit this, hit that.
Son was offside every time he
Every
got the
time
ball.
he scored the goal, he's
Right.
offside.
Wow.
And
He
then,
had three offside
but they went
goals.
1-0 up for a
Really?
deflection.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
right on half time, Villa hadn't done anything, had they?
Pau Torres.
Right on half time, Pau Torres had a great header.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, to be fair to Villa, they were the better side.
Yeah.
Deservedly went in front, could have scored again. I mean, the big Ange Postecoglou honeymoon period is over.
And Post lose.
It's officially over. That's 3 in a row he's lost now. And I know they've got injuries.
You got City next.
You know, I know they've got injuries, right? But they shouldn't have lost that
they
game
was beating
yesterday.
them,
Villa have been brilliant at home, but they haven't been great on the road, Villa.
No.
Right? They lost their last away game, they lost to Nottingham Forest. They haven't been
Yeah,
great
it's at
on the
home
road.
they've been good. They've been
And you
good
could
at
see, like, Tottenham, they shouldn't have lost that
No,
game. If you're a Tottenham fan, you'd be like, you know what I mean?
They had so many chances, missed, like, even the miss by, what's his name? Kulusevski or whatever. his name is.
Kulusevski.
You should, he literally had the, just go like that, he be in there, man, slap it on the post, boy, come straight back out.
Right. But they did have an injury, though, didn't it? Bentancur, isn't it? It came on in.
No, yeah, Bentancur
Listen,
came
man.
off. Listen, they've had injuries. They've
Everybody's had
got
injuries.
Maddison's out, obviously
Yeah.
Van der Ven are the 2 big ones. I think Basuma's suspended. But they had so many opportunities to
Yep.
win that game, right? To go like 2-0 in front.
Yeah,
They should have
easy.
been out of sight, right? And to lose that game 2-1.
Yeah.
And I think that's the 3rd time in a row that they've lost a game
lead,
when they've been in the lead.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
criminal in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's criminal, you know what I mean? They were in the, remember, they were in lead against Chelsea.
Hey, man,
lost.
champion
They're
football,
in the
no?
lead.
That they want to play champion
Chelsea.
football.
Well, you see, that's the thing.
The bubbles got to them head.
That's the thing now when we're talking, right? When we're talking about Mikel Arteta and how he's adjusted
Yeah.
Arsenal's style.
Brilliant.
Right? Sometimes you've got to look at the opposition, or sometimes you've got to look at, you know, just where you are and say to yourself, right, we're going to have to adjust it a bit, right, to win this game. Tottenham at the moment under Ange Postecoglou, and I know I was when I was in Miami, I was with a Tottenham fan who was there, right, and he was just explaining to me, he's going, oh, what you guys don't understand, we ain't had this exciting football for a long time because we had Conte and we had Mourinho. I said to him, I get that. I get why you're excited by the style of football, but if you don't adjust that style now with the injuries you've got, you're gonna get beat.
It reminds me,
Right?
you remember Leeds? Leeds.
Bielsa. That's what I said. He's an Australian Bielsa.
Played excited, look good,
but
but,
Bielsa's good.
but
they lose.
Yeah, and then what happens is you run out of steam. And again, I'm looking at Arteta and thinking, does he think to himself that last season we run out of steam? Because I remember, like, even Gary Neville and that was saying it sometimes. And at first I was having a go at him thinking, oh, be quiet, man. But actually he made a good point, you know, when he was talking about the Arsenal team last year sometimes a bit too emotional. And I didn't really see it at the time, but I kind of, towards the end of the season now, I kind of got what he was talking about. It's just like, you kind of need, at some stage, some man to just calm it a bit and say, right, on to the next game. Great win, celebrate, but on to the next game. Just, you know what I mean? That's what City are like. They're a bit more, you know what I mean? You could see that clinical bit in them where they're just on to the next game, and then they'll do all their big celebrating at the end. And maybe that's what Arteta's looked at that and thought,
Well, I think so.
But anyway,
I think he has.
let's get into our Boohoo Man of the Week. And don't forget, it's Cyber Monday, as I said.
Yes.
48% off and an additional 10% off by using the code AFTV10. Yardi, who is your Boohoo Man of the Week?
Boohoo Man of the Week, I'm going to give a mention to Rice. I think he had a great game. Zinchenko as well.
Well done, Ole.
He even cleared up goal off the line as well. He had one off the line.
And guess who he was from?
Oh, you're a friend.
It's not my friend.
You're a friend, man.
You know, for that, Oleg, if you're listening, I'll buy you anything you want for doing that. Oleg, I'm so grateful because if he scored, we never had anything. So Oleg, I'll buy you anything you want if I can afford it because that's great. He deserves. In fact,
He wants a Lamborghini Urus.
Yeah.
Huh?
Not a car. Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, I could buy a toy Lamborghini. Yeah, that's all right.
I also want to give a mention to Unai as well, man. Unai,
yes,
man.
Unai.
Did you see what Villa they posted after?
Oh,
they
no.
called White Hart Lane 3-point lane.
I don't think they should say that.
They won their last year, come back
They won their
again.
last year as well, didn't they?
So, but big up to them. But I'm gonna give it to the one and only. Which camera may I look on? This one here. Yeah, that one there. I'm gonna give it to King Kai Havertz.
Yeah, well done, Kai.
You get it, man. Come on, off the bench, no idea. And you got the goal. You got the winning goal.
Massive
Not just
goal.
any goal. You got the winning goal and put us top of the table. And you know, we're up there now. The elephant's back on top of the tree, they say. So we're up there again.
Massive goal. Idiot of the week.
It's a long listener. Chelsea, yes, Chelsea. Could also get the VAR again.
Yes.
Could get to Tottenham, you know. Tottenham could get the idiot of the week, you know. Because they won the Premier League in October, you remember? Remember they won the Premier League in October, right? They're top of the league. We're going to win and we're this. Why can't we believe and all that? Calm down. But the idiot of the week.
You know, I was just thinking of the Boo Man of the Week.
Yeah.
Right? Garnacho, that goal, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Garnacho,
If you weren't for biased, we'd have Havertz, big goal, but that goal, man.
Yeah,
that's one of the best goals I have seen.
I've seen it.
You just don't want to
I haven't seen it. Somebody wanted me to.
You have to admit, man, that goal.
I haven't seen it. No, I'm serious. I haven't seen it.
That
Somebody
goal
wanted me
was
to.
an absolute
So I heard.
banger, man.
And they wanted to show me this morning, but I said,
Brilliant.
I'll probably see it in a program because I always watch highlights of the whole season, of the whole week.
See it, but you just don't want to admit it.
At least they scored a wicked goal as well.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I like him, you know. I like that.
Garnacho goal.
Sorry, you know what? Before I get to idiot, you know what? Like, obviously, we know Arsenal. We definitely need a striker, right? Watkins.
Yeah.
He's done really well.
Oh my! I think like that would be a perfect fit for us.
Done well. He'd be 100 million.
Yeah.
But anybody we go for is going to be 100 million. So it's going to be, if we go for Tony,
Who's better, Watkins or Tony?
That's a great question.
They're different. They're different. That's why it is.
Watkins just played for Brentford as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
he did, and
true.
he was scoring before Tony, and then Tony came up after. Right? Yeah. He was there before.
I think the difference is Watkins is more humble.
No, I think the difference is Tony's a lot more physical up front.
Yeah, but
Watkins physical as well, though.
Yeah, but I
Watkins
mean,
is
like,
cool.
because his
Watkins-
presence, you know what I mean? I feel like, and the height, it's a tricky one, but I'll take any of them, to be honest. But
Anyway, idiot of the week.
Idiot of the week is going to the one and only Mr. Reece James.
Oh, Reece.
You're captaining your team. Your team seem like they're picking up a little bit of form now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you had a victory against Tottenham. You had a victory against Arsenal. You guys class that draw as a victory, so take it. You had a victory against Tottenham. You had a victory against Man City. Even though it was a draw game, but you take it as a victory, so take your victory there as well. And then, Reece James, you're coming to captain. You're captaining your team. You're the captain. And you get 2 silly yellow cards. 2.
Yeah, the first one.
Especially your team. You can see your team needs it. Come on, man.
Any player kicking the ball
Fix
away
up,
now,
man.
come on, man. You know the rules at the moment. You
Yeah,
do that,
like-
yellow
But
card.
they always get. Sometimes players get away with it though. I'm not saying it's right. That's what I mean. That's what I'm
a-
saying.
Yeah, but don't take the chance. Don't take the chance, because in the game yesterday,
someone kicked the
yeah,
ball
they
away.
kicked away the ball.
United game,
Garnacho kicked away the ball.
And he got booked.
No, he didn't see it. The ref didn't
booked.
see it.
Should've
Well,
got
Sam said he didn't see
and
it.
then the player, I think it was Ashley Young, who went to one of the
No, one of the other players he got the
went to
card,
him and
yeah.
said, "Yo, he kicked the ball
Yeah,
away."
the
The referee,
Corey.
And he got the card.
The referee booked him. He said,
Yeah.
"Yo, which again, he's right. Don't tell me how to do my job."
Take that.
I agree with what the referees are doing with that.
Man.
That's one area where I agree with them. Right? One area where I agree with them, man. Yeah, I mean, stop telling. Yeah, I mean,
Do you know
shut up and get on with
there's
your
so
game.
many people getting some silly yellow cards this season, you know. So many getting some silly yellow cards.
They know the rules, though.
You know the rules.
You know the rules.
So what should they do then, Robbie? So what should they do?
Shut up and get on with your
just
game.
get on with the game.
Can't they say, ref, what's that?
Leave it to the captain to say.
Yeah.
It. Because
Okay,
what
yeah,
it is,
yeah.
the captain's allowed to come up now and say, yo,
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough.
what's happening there? You know what I mean? The captain's allowed to do that. The other players, shut up.
Yeah.
Play. You don't come over waving yellow cards and that to the ref and that. If you do that, booking. I agree with that.
Fair enough. Well, the thing is, I haven't played for a long time, but for me, I'll be booked all the time. But I'd be careful because I'll be saying, ref, what about that? I've said that.
I don't think you get booked. Because you wouldn't even get on the pitch.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say that. Yeah,
You still carry feelings from that time when I substituted him after 10 minutes.
No, because we won.
Man say your heat map was out in the middle and back out. Man went right into the middle and back out.
Well, I
All
didn't
right,
play
have you
that
got
long.
a disgrace of the week?
I've got a disgrace of the week.
Right, let's have it.
But before I say that,
No. You've already done it before we said that. I've got the timer back on
I've got to
again
say
today.
congratulations to our women for beating West Ham United 3-0.
You went to the
Goals
women's
from
game,
Frida,
right?
yes, I did.
You
Frida.
always go to the woman game, innit?
I'll go to watch all of our teams.
No, you always go to the woman
Frida,
game. Who goes to the games? That why you go there?
Beth scored 2.
Beth?
Beth.
Let me show you
lead.
something.
And Frida.
Look even on him front time screen. Who the on the front time screen?
Frida Marnham.
Who's on the front time?
That's our women's team that won the league last
women's
season.
team on the front time screen. You know.
But what I was going to say.
And which woman you have down there?
I don't have any woman
Is there
like
some
that.
girl he goes to the game with?
It's hard. It's okay.
No.
What's the name of that girl you go to the game with?
I don't go to anyone.
Don't lie.
I don't go to anyone. I don't go to games with any woman.
What is it?
I might meet women I know on friend terms. But no, it's not like this. You're like that anyway. You're trying to distract me.
Oh,
so
yeah, blush.
what I was saying, I'm not blushing.
all right, look,
Is it the suit or you?
I'm not blushing. What I was going to say before I was really interrupted by both of you is that
Time's up.
I don't know if you noticed with the Kai thing, Shakira actually reposted us singing it. Did you hear about that?
No. Oh, I think I saw someone.
She reposted our fans singing Waka Waka, you know, that song. So that's for Kai. No, I don't have a disgrace of the week, actually. I've got a grace of the week.
Is that
After
nothing?
all that, no disgrace of the week.
And the grace of the week could have been Olek for stopping Mope. Mope could have been disgrace of the week, but the grace of the week has got to go out to Mikel for 200 games and the best win rate. So well done, Mikel.
Do you also
Got
see,
there in the end.
you know another
1
good
minute,
stat?
33 seconds.
You know another good stat that I saw is Saliba's stats.
Yeah,
I think it's something like 40 games he's played now, 30 victories, only 4 losses.
Wow. He's been exceptional.
Yeah.
Big game, of course, coming up on Wednesday against Lons. If we only need a point from that to guarantee qualification into the next round of the Champions League. And if we win the game, we top the group, which would be brilliant. So at the moment, going well for Arsenal. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of team he puts out for that game. Will Aaron Ramsdale keep his position in goal? What do you reckon? Do you think he should keep his position?
You know, is it like I don't feel like Aaron done anything really wrong to even lose it in the first place. If I be honest with you.
Yeah, but what about now?
No, I feel like I would play him. I'll play him Wednesday.
Would you play him on Wednesday?
I would play him.
Or does Raya get back in?
Raya's gonna get back in.
Because let's say if you're going off of form, he didn't have a great game, did he?
Who?
Ramsdale.
Yeah, no, in the second half he was all right. I would play him, but I think, I won't really say, because I've said it to you off air, I think things that have happened will just, I don't see Mikel changing. So even if Aaron plays, against Wolves, David's going to be back in. I don't see Mikel changing his position.
On about Lons, though.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I know. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I would. I think David will play, but I'd play Aaron. Why not? Because he's not. He needs games. So what about you? Who would you play?
Also, he's not played the Champions. He hasn't played the Champions League yet.
I'll play Ramsey.
And you know what?
I mean,
He deserves
you know what?
it. He played the
You know
part
what it
of
is?
us
It's not
getting
even
there.
that he deserves it, right? Because he didn't have a great game. That's the facts of the matter. But I put him in just because he was so nervous in that game that I'm like, the guy needs to play more. So I put him in for that game. I put him in for the Lons game at home. Fans will really get behind him.
And if he has a great game, then hey.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching the show today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Boohoo Man. Don't forget, it's Cyber Monday. You can get 48% off of their clothing plus an extra 10% off when you use the code AFTV10. use that code, scan the QR code on the screen, or click the link in the description and you can get an extra 10% off. That would take up to 58% off most of their clothing. So make sure you check it out. Thank you very much, White Yardie. Great to have you back. Thank you very much to Ty.
Thank you, Robbie.
And thank you very much to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Look out for all our great content leading up to that Lons game on Wednesday. And then, of course, Wolves at the weekend. Yes. Can Arsenal keep this going now?
Hopefully.
Up until Christmas. We're starting to get, once we get to Christmas, we're more or less at the halfway point of the season.
Yeah.
So far, so good. We're top of the league.
Peace.